Hey there, welcome back to the Balance Work. If you're facing surgery and feeling anxious about telling your boss, you're not alone. Surgery is stressful, and the last thing you need is extra worry about work. But don't worry, I've got 11 quick tips to help make this conversation smooth and easy. Let's dive in. Tip 1. Request a private meeting. The first thing you'll want to do is ask your boss for a private meeting. It might feel awkward, but it's the best way to make sure they really understand the situation. Tip 2. Know your rights before you even walk into that meeting. Check your company's leave policy. What are you entitled to? Paid time off. Unpaid leave. If you're not sure, talk to HR and get everything clear. Tip 3. Keep surgery details brief when the meeting happens. Keep the details of the surgery short. You don't need to go into every tiny medical detail. Just explain what it is, how long you'll be out, and how it might affect your work. Tip 4. Keep it casual. Even if your boss is all business, try to keep the meeting informal. It helps keep the conversation light and less stressful. Tip 5. Set a return date. Make sure to give your boss an expected return date. It shows that this is just a temporary thing, and you'll be back to work as soon as possible. Tip 6. Keep it short. This whole meeting doesn't need to take more than 20 minutes. Stay professional, give the basics, and then move on. Tip 7. Offer photos. Here's a fun idea. After your surgery, you can share some photos of your recovery. It helps your boss understand what you've been through and keeps things a bit personal. Tip 8. Ask for paid leave. If your company offers paid leave, don't be afraid to ask for it. Get all the info from HR first and then discuss it with your boss. Tip 9. Organize medical documentation before heading back to work. Gather any necessary medical documentation. Handing this over to your boss will clear up any confusion about your absence. Tip 10. Be ready for questions. Your boss may have questions, like how this might impact your work. Be prepared to answer these. Know your surgery details so you can respond confidently. Tip 11. Say thank you. If your boss is supportive, make sure to thank them. It goes a long way in keeping a good relationship. Promise to stay in touch while you're recovering. Alright, now let's quickly talk about a few things you should do before and after your surgery to make the transition back to work easier. Tip 1. Let your company know you'll be back soon. When you're about to return, let the company know. This sets the stage for a smooth re-entry. Tip 2. Make a to-do list before your surgery. Organize your tasks. This will make it easier to get back into the groove when you return. Tip 3. Briefly explain to colleagues when you're back. Give your colleagues a short explanation of why you were gone. Keep it brief. Everyone has personal stuff, so no need to dive too deep. Tip 4. Share your scar photos, if you want. If you're comfortable, share some photos of your recovery. It's a good way to build a connection and let them see what you've been through. Tip 5. Stick to your routine when you return. Stick to your pre-surgery routine. It helps show you're back on track. Tip 6. Ease back into things. Don't rush. Ease back into work and try to avoid big commitments while you're still recovering. Tip 7. Be honest about your surgery. Tip 8. Explain your treatment. If people ask more questions, share the details. Explain how you're recovering and what treatments are helping you get back on your feet. Tip 9. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're struggling, ask for help. You don't have to do it all alone. Your co-workers will appreciate knowing what you need. Tip 10. Break down your tasks post-surgery. Break your work into smaller goals. It keeps you productive without overwhelming yourself. Tip 11. Don't pretend you're 100%. And finally, be real. Don't pretend you're fully recovered if you're not. Be open about your recovery, and people will understand. And that's it. 11 quick tips to help you tell your boss you're having surgery and manage the transition at work. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.